If you are thinking about living in the East Bay, specifically Contra Costa County, then this video is the one for you. I'm going to be breaking down all of your different options, so let's go. But first, before we jump in, let's talk about that big cliche where young people start off living in San Francisco, they get paired up, they move out east into Oakland, the Berkeley area, and then when they're ready to start a family, they head over the East Bay Hills into Contra Costa County and the various communities out there. And with perks like lower crime, ample space, great schools, it's hard to argue that any new family really can't find what they're looking for moving out to Contra Costa County. But this comes with the stigma of being in a sleepy community, which really doesn't characterize what it's like living in Contra Costa County anymore. So let's dive into what it's like. Over the years, Contra Costa County has really evolved to provide you some big city amenities combined with that small town feel. In this video, I'm going to dive into what each one of these communities have to offer. So let's get going. Let's start with an area called Lamorinda. Now, Lamorinda is really just a shortening for Lafayette, Orinda, and Moraga. Now, these three towns have a lot to offer. We combine excellent schools with great downtown areas, shopping, restaurants, plus easy access to the open spaces and the outdoors, and it's the most convenient proximity to Oakland and San Francisco. Really great spot as you just come through the Caldecott Tunnel. Let's start here. As with so much of the Bay Area, Lamorinda definitely comes with a hefty price to live here. The real estate is some of the most expensive in the Bay Area, but it's definitely for a good reason. So starting with Lafayette, it's the biggest of these three cities, but still really gives you that small town vibe. Its main downtown is lined with restaurants, bars, shopping, you name it, you got it. It's easily walkable, it's easily accessible, really great place to spend a day, an afternoon, a date night. Lafayette really has it all when it comes to its downtown area. It also has a state-of-the-art library and cultural center that is really fantastic for your kids. Now, Lafayette has added a lot of multi-unit properties over the recent years, trying to provide some more affordable options for folks that want to live in the area. But what they're really well known for is their big, beautiful homes that are situated on large lots that are sprawled out through all of the rolling hills around the downtown area. So it's a really cool place with lots of different options. Highly recommend you check it out. So Orinda and Moraga are both a bit smaller than Lafayette, but very, very similar in feel. Orinda has its own cool little downtown, which is anchored by the historic Orinda Theater. It also has its own set of restaurants and shops, and Moraga is home to a new brew pub and beer garden, which is really fantastic place to hang out on a Saturday afternoon. The homes in Moraga and Orinda are very, very similar to Lafayette, same price point, and again, it's another great option for you to live. There's also the closest to the Caldecott Tunnel. They have their own BART stations, and it will help you get out to Oakland and the city real quick. Lastly, I don't want to forget to mention that Lamorinda is situated very close to Briones Regional Park, along with the Lafayette Reservoir, which really makes some great opportunities for you to get out with the family and enjoy the outdoors. So now let's talk about the Danville, Blackhawk, Alamo area, which also happens to be my hometown, so I'm a little bit partial to this area, but I'll be sure to give you my objective opinion because there are really a lot of great amenities and things to do in this area, and I want to be sure to highlight these for you. With some of the best rated schools in the entire state, superb weather, easy access to the outdoors and Mount Diablo, a thriving walkable downtown in Danville where you get restaurants, boutique shopping, bars. You really get it all with this area in Contra Costa County. Life is good here. But this also comes at a cost, as real estate here in this part of Contra Costa County is also some of the most expensive. The perks here are absolutely undeniable though, and especially when we think about the outdoor spaces, as I mentioned, being in close proximity to Mount Diablo State Park. You also have Las Trampas Regional Park. You have the Iron Horse Trail, which will literally take you all the way from Concord out to Pleasanton. You really have the opportunity living in this area to get out, exercise, enjoy the outdoors, enjoy family time. It is really a fantastic place to live, and like I said, the perks living here are absolutely undeniable. So our next stop is actually going to be right next to Danville, which is San Ramon. Now San Ramon absolutely has had the reputation for being a quintessential sleepy bedroom community, but that sure has changed over the last few years. San Ramon has really undergone some very significant changes over the last decade, making it an absolute destination for people that are moving and wanting that still city vibe coming out to the East Bay. With the large investments made in multi-unit properties, it has really attracted younger, more diverse demographics of people that are coming to live here. Again, looking for that city vibe. The San Ramon has built a big city center where you can find some of the most famous restaurants from San Francisco right in this neighborhood. And when you combine that with some of the large subdivisions, larger homes in that area, it has really become a destination for people that are looking to move out of the city but not escape that city style life. So if you're thinking of moving out here from San Francisco or from Oakland, you will find some of your favorite restaurants like De La Rosa, Rome Burger, Slanted Door, along with a host of other new restaurants, including a great brewery called Fieldwork. It's a really fantastic place to be hanging out. And one thing that definitely hasn't changed in San Ramon is the perennial top-ranked schools in California. Now, positioned at the nexus of Interstate 680 and Highway 24, along with a pair of BART stations that'll really give you a straight shot right into San Francisco, let's talk about our next city, Walnut Creek. Walnut Creek is essentially the anchor of Contra Costa County. It's also the county's cultural center, having grown over the last few decades to really become the urban hub of Contra Costa County. So here in Walnut Creek, you are going to get a combination of both casual and sophisticated restaurants, amenity-rich condos, an incredible performing arts center, and it is the destination for high-end and luxury shopping in the completely remodeled Broadway Plaza. Walnut Creek delivers good schools while also doing a great job at balancing that bigger city appeal with the family-friendly amenities. It's actually in very close proximity to Mount Diablo State Park. There's Heather Farms where they do a lot of festivals throughout the years. It's a great time, not only for single folks, but also for families that want to get out and enjoy a day. They do a really, really good job of bringing the activities to you and making it a real small town feel. So again, they do an excellent job of balancing all of these different things. Now, when we think about housing in Walnut Creek and we're talking about the downtown area, you really are going to find those amenity-rich condos that I mentioned before. But once you get outside of downtown, you really start to get an idea of what the roots of Walnut Creek were really like, with these large ranch style homes, properties that have good backyards and just larger lot sizes. There is really a little bit of everything for the people that come and live here. So just like a lot of other areas in Contra Costa County, Walnut Creek is in fantastic proximity to a lot of outdoor spaces and parks. So it really is an ideal location for people that like to spend their time outdoors. So as we head north a bit, we're now going to talk about Concord, Pleasant Hill, and Martinez. This area is really appealing to a lot of people because of its down-to-earth, family-friendly vibe, and it also has great diversity and more affordability depending upon where you're looking within these towns. Martinez has actually experienced a bit of a resurgence over the last few years. Its historic downtown is now home to some incredible restaurants, cool breweries. It is actually a nexus for live music now throughout the Bay Area, and you also get artisan coffee roasters and very cool casual dining. It's really become a fantastic place to spend the day. Pleasant Hill is a little bit quieter and a little bit more suburban, but you really get that very cool neighborhood vibe in Pleasant Hill. Nice ranch style homes on large lots. It's really, really fantastic. And its neighbor, the largest city in Contra Costa County, Concord, has its own center of gravity with a very vibrant Todos de Santos Plaza, along with its own set of cool breweries. And if tacos are your thing, it is a great place to find them. If farming, bass fishing, and wakeboarding are for you, then the East County is where you want to be. The East County really does have a completely different feel than the rest of Contra Costa and in fact the rest of the Bay Area. This is where you're going to find cities like Brentwood, Antioch, and Oakley, and it is really defined by its thriving agricultural community and sprawling open land. It's also very well known for its Sacramento-San Joaquin River Delta, or more simply known as the Delta. And this is an absolute haven paradise for boaters, wakeboarders, people that love being on the water. It's also the last stop along the BART line, so it makes it still very accessible to the major metropolitan hubs like Oakland and San Francisco. Now, over the last 2 years, this area has seen an explosion of people moving out there, and it's for good reason. Out in the East County, you are able to find larger homes, a backyard, an easy place to barbecue, warm weather, and most of all, affordability. If East County is Contra Costa's version of farm country, then the West County is its urban counterpart. Now with that, you're going to find easy access to national brands, a great diverse culture and industry, primarily encompassed by towns like El Cerrito, Richmond, and San Pablo, along with a whole host of other unincorporated communities. This area of Contra Costa County really lines the San Francisco Bay and Interstate 80. Now, despite being a major thoroughfare, this area of Contra Costa County actually provides some of the most affordable single-family housing in the entire county and is loaded with tons of hidden gems along this zigzag shoreline. Now, El Cerrito and Richmond are connected to the BART and really share that urban vibe that you get in Berkeley and Oakland. And as you move further north into some of the smaller towns within the West County, that's where you're going to find some of the more sleepier communities. So that's it. That's my overview of the different areas that you can get here in Contra Costa County. I hope you found this video helpful. I will be doing a deep dive on each one of these areas so that we can get a little bit more familiar with each one. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'd love to see you on the next video.